Hello, my friends. This is Madeline Sklar, and I'm so glad that you were interested in having this gift that I'm offering of ways that you can 6 keys to find love and enjoy more loving relationships, whatever your age or income or appearance. So the first thing to know is to love yourself. Embrace and have compassion for who you are, because we can have some pretty critical voices. Sometimes you have a voice that comes in and says, you're not pretty enough, or you're not good enough, or you're not handsome enough, or whatever, or you're not lovable in some way. The first thing is to break free of that judgment, that need to be perfect. Remember, if you were perfect, you'd have nowhere to grow. And look at yourself as if you are a little child, as if you were your own child, because you are that within yourself. You're that vulnerable being in your own beingness. And just put your hands on your shoulders and really imagine yourself as your own child, as this sweet child that is in so much longing for love, for understanding, for compassion. And, let yourself know, you're not a murderer or rapist or, whatever. Just most of us aren't. And I imagine if you're responding to this, you are not either. And so look at who this child is that you're holding, this holy child, and breathe into that feeling of being held. So imagine that it isn't your arms around yourself, but the arms of the Holy One, the holy being that created you, the mother or father that you can turn to for love and understanding, standing beneath you. Think of understanding as someone who stands beneath you and holds you up and says, you are precious, you are holy. And just feel that and breathe into it. And close your eyes for a few minutes. And really let yourself know that you are the perfection of who you are. And the next thing is to be fully alive. Life attracts life. And so when you're authentic, open, and alive, no matter what your age, you are magnetic. Your own aliveness and your own openness to seeing and accepting others' vulnerabilities and imperfections as well as your own is the most powerful attractant. And so people will come towards you because you are a presence. You are a real presence of liveness. Now, the third thing is to be daring. Don't hide behind a mask. Don't try to pretend you're perfect. Don't try to, somebody won't like me if I'm not, whatever, all the makeup, all the masks that we like to wear. No. If somebody loves the perfection, the polished surface that you show, guess what? They're not loving you. They're loving an image. They're loving something that isn't real because no one is perfect. Or we wouldn't be alive, we wouldn't be here. So let yourself be real. I, I attracted the love of my life by fighting with him for ages because I didn't think of him as somebody I wanted to attract. So I was lucky enough to not be so perfect and sweet and nice. And instead, 52 years, we're still together. So let that show, because then when somebody loves you, they will be loving the whole you, not a part. And recognize and reconnect with your soul's true purpose. You alone have the experience, wisdom, love, everything that is you, that has made you you. You alone have that within yourself. No one else has that. And what we are here as souls to do is to be this unique creation. If we were just going to be clones, identical, perfect things, it would be a bore. So recognize your own purpose. Your whole soul's purpose is to reflect this unique beingness that is actually part of the holy oneness that we are all manifesting facets of, aspects of, because we are all created in this divine image. And beyond that, that is our purpose. And then practice gratitude. Sometimes life can be really difficult. Things come up, grief happens, loss happens, fights happen, calamities come. But you know what? Sometimes the only thing you can be grateful for is the fact you can breathe. Sometimes the only thing to be grateful for is to look at a tree and to see that something is still growing. That even if it's a bare tree, that there are roots beneath the earth that still can feed it, like roots beneath your own being that can still support you somehow. So find some part of your existence. Maybe it's a ceiling over your head that protects you from the rain. Find something each day and start just listing what you're grateful for. And express that gratitude when you go in a bank, when you go in a grocery store. Recognize that there is someone there to help you, to serve you, and allow your own gratitude at being taken care of in that way. Let that show. Let that come into your awareness, because that again is part of what is so attractive, is that sense of gratitude that we can all have in life. And then the sixth thing is get support, because sometimes ending a habit or creating a better one is something that is not easy to do alone. With an ancient wisdom empowerment reading, which I offer, you can discover some of your own hidden gifts, because some of the hidden gifts that you have are things that you take for granted. It's not important. Everybody knows how to do that. Well, I've found that often that's the most unique and precious thing that you actually have to share, because You think it's so easy, but the next person, they don't see it. They don't have it. And so it's a valuable gift you can give. And at that same time, in that kind of reading, I'm able to help you see what blocks may be unconscious, what ways of seeing that you have that can be unconscious, because as soon as these things become part of your consciousness, you can actually create the change that you want, because they're no longer happening like behind the curtain, behind the scenes to tie you up in some way. They're actually, you're breaking free of them. So you can then say, oh, that's how I'm looking at this. And you can actually change your own fate, your own fortune, by taking aspects, both good and bad, that are unconscious in your life and bringing them into full consciousness. And that's true of your relationships too. You can look and see, oh, he sees things this way, or she sees things through that lens I never realized. And then it helps you grow together. So if you're interested, I am available for ancient wisdom empowerment readings. I've been doing these for over 60 years. I'm 81 this summer, and I have been doing it since I was 20. And so please schedule a reading from me. Or I also offer monthly readings so you can track your own progress and have the support to watch how you actually are evolving. And with that, you have my blessings, my heartfelt love, and recognize you are love.